Okay, so for 8, we're just trying to find the option that correctly, or, most effectively combines these two underlined sentences. And let's remind ourselves that in these types of questions, the SAT is generally looking for style rather than grammar. So we're looking for something that is stylistically good. What is the SAT like in terms of style? Well, concise sentences, so minimal redundancy, and simple sentences, so straightforward sentence structure, just subject, verb, and then the sentence goes on. Um, so with that in mind, let's move forward. The two sentences are: the result was an explosion of mural painting that spread throughout California and the southwestern United States in the 1970s. It was the Chicano mural movement. Okay, let's look at our options. So A goes, the result was an explosion, the Chicano mural movement, of mural painting that spread throughout blah blah blah. It's not bad, but it's a little bit awkward simply because this, I guess, the detail of the name, what it was called. This detail is inserted right after explosion, but before we're told an explosion of what, right? If it was something like the result was an explosion of mural painting, comma, the Chicano mural movement, comma, that spread throughout, then that would be more appropriate. But in this case, basically you're inserting the name of the movement before before the full details are actually offered. So it's a little bit awkward because you're basically saying that the explosion was called the Chicano mural movement rather than an explosion of mural painting. So it's not bad, but slightly awkwardly phrased. Let's take a look at B. The result was the Chicano mural movement, an explosion of mural painting that spread throughout California and the southwestern United States. Okay, this definitely looks very good. So it's concise, and also you'll notice that it, B sort of doesn't have the slightly awkward phrasing that A does, simply because A, it goes, the result was an explosion, then it offers a detail surrounded by commas, and then sort of continues the sentence. So this little part right here is a sort of, from, what's between the commas is a bit of a break in the sentence flow. While in B, the sentence structure flow is, very direct. It's the result was, okay, you have your subject, verb, boom, the name of the thing, and then comma, description of what it was. It's very straightforward, logically placed, and it flows better than A because A inserts the name sort of in the middle of a description. So B's looking pretty good. C. The explosion of mural painting that spread throughout California and the southwestern United States in the 70s was the resulting, Chicano mural movement. So what C does is basically just put a conjunction, where the period is here, and then keep everything else the same. And the reason you don't want something like this is precisely because this is not the simple sentence structure that the SAT wants. Because you're basically, all this, you're adding all this description leading up to the sort of main part of the sentence, as opposed to B, for example, which very clearly starts off with the result was this, and then it gives, more detailed description of what that was. So here it's B is just far more direct in structure than C. D. An explosion of mural painting resulted, and it spread through. Okay, so we can already see that this pretty much runs into the same issue as C. It's not terrible, but it's just far more indirect than B. Because again, you have it, an explosion of mural movement, mural painting resulted, and this was this, and, it gives all these details until it finally at the very end sort of gives the main idea here. So for number 8, B is our answer as it provides the most simple and straightforward sentence structure of all the options given.